This is Insert Burger Pun, and today we're talking about Big Trouble in Little Tina. Pig Trouble in Little Tina. That's it, right?
Hello, everybody.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know what you said.
Pig Trouble in Little Tina.
Yeah, that is it.
Great. That's the episode we're talking. It's a Halloween episode.
Yeah.
This is our special Halloween broadcast.
It's a spooky episode-ish.
Sure. We're
Hi,
wearing
everybody.
Costumes. I'm dressed as a line of hikers waiting on Mount Everest to get their picture taken. Remember that whole thing? Remember that picture? People were dying waiting in line to take their picture at the top of Mount Everest.
Oh, no, yeah, you're totally right. I do remember seeing that.
You remember that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm dressed as.
And then I fell down a
photograph.
rabbit hole of looking up all the dead bodies that were on Mount Everest.
Oh, that are still there.
Yeah,
Very
man.
spooky.
It costs a lot of money to get them down. It
also costs a lot of money to climb Mount Everest, so I'm not all that
It does.
sympathetic. Later in the episode, we're going to be ranking all of the Bob's Burgers Halloween episodes.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, okay, cool. Awesome. Well,
but for now, we're going to talk about the newest one that just came out.
Yeah.
A week ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm. On the 20th.
And and you didn't know the title reference.
I didn't. I actually thought it was in reference to Babe in the City.
The
second.
Pig in the Big City.
No, Babe in the City.
Babe, Pig in the City.
Yes.
Yeah. Right?
So I thought that's what it was in reference to. Also, hello everybody. My name is Tierra Shea. That's Mike.
Yeah.
We fast forwarded in today, but that's okay.
Yeah.
The reference is to. Go ahead.
Big Trouble in Little China.
Little China.
Everybody knows that movie.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Kurt Russell does one of his worst performances.
Kim Cattrall.
He's doing a John Wayne impression the whole time.
Nice.
And it's not like even veiled. Like it's very obvious that that's what he's doing. And I don't know. It's a very I don't like that one too much. It's not one of my favorite.
From what I saw on
John
IMDb,
Carpenter
it looks
movies.
It looks pretty neat.
It's fun, I guess. I just think I don't like Kurt Russell that much. He kind of ruins a lot of things for me. Yeah.
He's the dad in Sky High.
Yeah, and he was a child actor in live-action Disney movies.
Interesting.
And he was starred in Miracle. Remember that
hockey
sort of
movie.
Propaganda hockey movie?
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
He was in the remake for Poseidon Adventure.
Really,
titled
I
Poseidon.
haven't seen the remake.
Well, you might like
I've seen
it.
the original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I love the original.
Yeah,
Anywho, let's hop in. Yeah.
Yeah.
The show sure does because there is no opening.
No
credits.
intro, which we'll talk. But we'll do a quick commentary episode, and then we'll talk about other things after that.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll get started. If you want to watch along with us, start your player in 3, 2, 1, start. So instead of they don't have an intro sequence, and that was confusing because usually in the regular scenes they don't have the store name to the right of Bob's Burgers, right? They clear that out and just say available for rent or lease or whatever. They only have an intro, but since they didn't have an intro on this one, they put it on here for the first shot, and then it's gone for the rest of the episode.
And they had the
I don't understand.
They had the exterminator van kind of drive by very quickly.
Oh, okay. There you go. That's kind of clever, I guess.
Yeah.
No intro.
I like the pun though on the store.
Tell them what it was.
I will. It was Drag Me to Gel.
Yeah.
Which is a hair salon or
hair
whatever.
Product stuff.
And which is a pun off the Drag Me to Hell.
Yes, it is.
I love that movie. That's a scary movie, air quote scary movie that I can watch.
Okay.
Because it's not that
Because
scary.
it's not scary.
It literally makes me laugh.
A tricky paradox, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I'm going to move this over here. Okay, yep. So if anyone's not watching along with us, the whole thing of this one is Tina's going to go on a spooky hayride.
With Jimmy Jr.
But she has her own little haunting. We won't give away what that's about, but it distracts her from the hayride and Jimmy Jr. and all that normal stuff. And yeah.
And Bob is having trouble hearing due to earwax buildup.
Earwax, that is our beat plot.
Which is a very real thing.
Another home run here. Earwax problems. It is real. Yep. No, it's important. It's important to take care of that, but go ahead. I think it's just a dumb, uncomfortable plot. But what did you want to?
I was gonna say it's another one of those things where it's trying to be simple, Like, this is a real life problem. This is a real life issue. Older gentlemen deal with earwax buildup all the time.
Sure.
You're going to deal with it a lot when you're older.
No, I
gotta
clean my
flush out
all
your
the time.
ears. Keep them clean.
Yeah.
But yeah, something just flew out of his ear and hit her in the face, and I think that's so disgusting.
Yeah,
and that is
awful.
just true love that Linda not only is not grossed out by it, but she's like, oh, I want to keep it. Disgusting.
Or she has some weird fetish or something. I don't know. I don't know what her motivations are here.
So we're in school now, and
dissection day at school.
Yes, they're dissecting pigs. I'm not sure about you, Mike, but I didn't dissect pigs in high school or middle school. They're in middle school. Anyway.
You did frogs.
I did frogs.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
And that was 9th grade biology.
Okay. I think we had a dissection month. So we did worms at one point, and we did frogs, and I feel like we did one other thing, but I forget what it was. Might have been like an insect or something, but it wouldn't make sense if it was an insect because the whole thing is like, okay, you know, pigs and other mammals have somewhat similar biology to humans, right? Like, they have some of the same parts, right, and organs.
Yeah,
I assume. I don't know. I don't teach middle school science, but
not yet.
We did the dissection thing. It was fine. Yeah, but that formaldehyde smell is sort of.
I kind of like that.
Really? Okay.
I took anatomy in college as well, and like physio, and we did cadaver work and dissecting of like brains and things like that. And I always look forward to those labs. So I am definitely not with these people who think that this is dumb. I always enjoyed it and thought it was cool. I remember taking the lead in high school because my lab partner was not into it, but I was like, we got this. We're going to cut open this frog and get in it.
Yeah.
But we could talk about that later, I guess, because I definitely want to touch on dissecting things.
Right.
Tina got the ugly pig.
Piglet.
Oh, sorry, yeah.
It's a little piglet.
The little piglet.
Yeah. They should have done a crossover episode with Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, no.
Could have been Piglet.
No.
You know?
And she gave in to peer pressure, and she made fun of the pig, even though she didn't want to.
Yeah.
Which I thought was kind of weird, but whatever. They were all making fun of their pigs and the fact that they have to dissect the pig. And Tina kind of gave in and started cracking some one-liners about how ugly her pig was and stuff.
And that's what the story is about.
Yep.
I guess. Yeah, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
See the value. I don't know. It seems silly. Is it supposed to be like, you know, I don't know, a metaphor thing for, does she make fun of kids? Ugly kids? Is there a parallel somewhere?
No, maybe it's just like if
she identify with the ugly piglet?
Maybe, yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
maybe she identifies with it. Maybe it's more of like, if you like you don't need to, I don't know, you don't have to give into peer pressure and make fun of something that you don't think needs to be made fun of.
Okay.
Who knows?
All right. Well, it's a very clear message for the kids. I'm sure they will all take this to heart and not make fun of their dissected animals in school.
So they put the earwax in a little jar, which is pretty interesting, and took pictures of it. And they already have a little ear syringe thingy.
Right.
Squeegee.
Well, that looks like one that Linda's had around since the babies. You know, that looks like
probably,
a baby one.
Probably,
you know, so that might be it.
That's safe.
Some very accurate prop work there. You know, This is something she would already have around.
Yeah, I definitely have one in my bathroom as well.
Oh, what's the burger? This time?
Corn related. I think it was
corn related. Okay.
No, it was.
I believe you.
It said it comes with corn salsa.
Oh, okay. All right, that sounds fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sounds okay.
So Linda is trying to. So this is another episode where Linda is trying to administer medicine or administer some sort of treatment to somebody who does not want it.
Right.
And so this might as well be like another Gail issue.
Oh, sure. Right. Wow. Was that? Yeah, that was this season. That was the first episode of this season, wasn't it?
And then here are some Nightmare on Elm Street references you were saying?
The wall one, I think, is a Nightmare on Elm Street where he's coming through the wall and it's all squishy. I think it's not a what's the other guy?
Halloween.
What's Jason from?
Halloween.
No, he's not. That's Michael Myers.
Oh. Isn't it just?
Come on,
Jason?
no. Nightmare on Elm Street. What's the other one? Friday the 13th series. Those were the big '80s franchises, right?
Totally.
But But the bed one was something different. I forget what the bed one is from, where it's crawling up through the sheets.
Everything.
I feel like I've seen that in something.
So yeah, she's being haunted, like, hardcore.
Right.
Like, I think I would be very terrified
but by
if I was
herself? I
Yeah.
guess it's all dreams.
Yeah, it's all dreams, very vivid dreams for her.
Oh, boy. Oh, he looks like...
He's the new host for Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
He looks like Dennis Quaid.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, he does.
You think so?
Sure. Well, he's just a guy with a face. Like, you know. That's
Maybe it's
all
because
I
he has
got.
a big face. Yeah, I would be so scared. I love that she jumps in her sister's bed. I think that's really
right.
cute
Tina
that she
went
jumps
to
in.
Louise's.
Yeah, she jumps in with Louise, who out of all of the kids, I think is probably the bravest. So that's a good move for her. That if she's scared, she's gonna hop in bed with the bravest of the children. And of course, Jean walks in with a plate, not even just like a few snacks, but a platter of food.
Yeah, it's pretty well arranged, I guess. It's interesting choice.
Yeah, I mean, he does the tablescaping. He cares about presentation.
Oh, yeah, this is what... Yeah, we need to talk about this whole thing of how Louise immediately references one of her mangas she has lying around. She's like, oh, it's a spooky monster. But, yep, Louise is... Yep, she loves that stuff.
She's that sibling who's into the comics, the anime.
Loves the anime stuff.
Which is, hey, that's
loves
cool.
That Japanimation, I guess.
I love that you can see the melted kuchikopi in the background,
that's
so she
true.
kept it.
Also, why does that duck look melted as well?
Maybe
What's
that's an episode we haven't seen.
That's coming up.
Yeah.
Some kind of a prequel or something like that. I do remember all those other Kuchikopi friends from that episode. I like that they're all there. The snake guy's there.
The
and
octopus.
The bear one. I like the bear one that's basically just Totoro, you know.
So
is
here
it
comes
Totoro
Tina.
or Totoro?
Oh, boy.
Totoro.
Oh.
Which one is it?
All of them. All of the above.
We'll have to ask somebody. Chippy Chomps.
Chippy Chomps again. Do you think that... You know, how long ago was that milk poured? Because they poured the milk for Tina for that cereal. She walked into a bowl of cereal with milk in it.
Right.
Soggy?
So you're worried that, like...
It's soggy!
It's past the point of no return where it's all soggy cereal?
Absolutely.
I guess it's possible. I think it was more just a convenience thing for the end. Like, she has the cereal already. It's fine. Don't have to worry about the cereal. It's fine. You know, I think that's all it was. But
so this dream is so terrifying to me.
It's good. And
it's
you know
so
what?
gross.
One of the only things that I like about this episode is that they have some neat
animation,
little bits of animation here and there. Mostly just with, all around the horror stuff. But I don't know. It's fun. It's something different. It's not too crazy, but adds some flavor. They desaturate everything for the dream sequences. You know, it's kind of neat.
Yeah. They're doing some research in the library, which is cute because, like, you know, they're supposed to be on recess or something like that.
Yeah. You know, so we can see those acoustic tile, drop ceiling tile things, right?
Yes.
Did you ever, like, get pencils stuck in them?
Yeah, one of my really good friends, Brennan, in high school would make little crossbows out of pens.
Oh.
And rubber bands, and he would shoot them into the ceiling.
Okay.
It was so cool. Oh man, it was
wow.
so cool. No, he would make these really cool crossbows that were really dope.
We weren't allowed to make weapons at school.
He works. He builds stuff for like NASA and stuff now. Like he does like engineer space stuff.
All right.
He's smart. He's cool. Shout out to you. Love you.
Wow. Gosh, that's pretty exciting. You know what? I've been watching a lot of stuff lately that has inventions and things in it.
Mythbusters.
I've been watching all the Wallace and Gromit things lately. What?
Nice. I like Bob's little scream.
Oh, yes. That's one of the only... We'll get there later, but that's one of the only things I laughed at was Bob's silly scream when Linda tries to look in his ear. Yeah.
Who knows? I feel maybe the ear is just a very sensitive... You know,
it's just invasive in general. Like, how often does Bob have his orifices have things stuck in them, right?
Yeah.
Like,
but I feel like having a wife like Linda, like, doesn't she always poke his ear, or, like touch his face and things like that? Shouldn't he be like desensitized?
Well, all that's uncomfortable anyway. He doesn't have to become okay with it just because she does it a lot, right?
Very true. Consent is everything, guys.
Oh boy! And also, okay, here's the thing:
they're so little.
Are you allowed to just throw away dissection parts? Isn't there a biological concern there? Like, doesn't that have to be a special disposal thing?
Not in public schools.
It seems strange.
I am very inclined to agree with you, but for the sake of this episode, let's pretend that dumpster's red and it's biohazard.
And Tina dug through
trash.
The computer said. It's Friday.
I know.
Friday night.
Any plans? You going out?
Sober Friday night. No. Nick invited me out last night for Halloween stuff because he was out with Annie and Michael, and I was like, no. Because this is like 9:30. I was like, I'm not going to spend $20 on Ubers on my credit card just to, like, get an expensive drink. Whatever I was saying. Yeah, so, Tina dug through the pig corpses in the dumpster to find her
specific corpse, one.
Which is maybe the most insane part of the episode, huh?
Mm-hmm. I don't even want to know how long it took them to do that.
Yeah, that would be...
And do you think she was able to identify which one it was from its little teeth?
Because it had all, right? That's the teeth. Only... That's really its only distinguishing feature anyway. Yeah. I don't understand why it's more ugly than the other. I don't get that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I love that Luis, has trouble drawing blood from Tina.
That was very good, too. I think I laughed at that, too.
Yeah, you did.
I think so. That was funny.
She's unable to poke her with enough force to draw blood.
Right.
Luis is soft, guys.
Maybe Bob and Louise are the funniest characters in the show.
Maybe.
Interesting question. Well, because the other ones have all been reduced to this really simplistic caricature.
Yeah.
Like they all have their gimmicks, and that's what they're gonna do for the rest of the show. And I don't know, Jean especially, and Linda especially. She's goofy and weird and uncomfortable, and she sings a lot.
Okay, so here are the Halloween costumes. I was a little confused by all of them.
Louise is Bjorn Identity.
Which I know Born Identity because my mom makes us watch it all the time. I got that.
Yeah.
You explained the Bjorn to me.
They make baby products.
Bjorn. Yes. And he is Fiona Applesauce.
Which is lazy.
From Fiona Apple.
Yeah, that's not
And
great.
Tina is tired. And
so she doesn't have it. Oh, I
don't think
remember.
she's not dressed up because they're going to the hayride.
You know what? That's actually a sticking point with me and...
Well, she's older now.
No, television shows and Halloween costumes. Mm-hmm. All the costumes in television shows are always, fucking awesome and so creative and fun. I'm like, that's not... But that drains the realism from it, too.
They need
especially The Office, in the later seasons when everybody just had the coolest fucking costumes. It was you're not doing a bit... it's not... The whole thing of the show is it's normal people doing
one of my coworkers
things.
Dressed up like a black hole yesterday. So
yeah, even though the costume was very bad, it was not clear at all.
It was a black shirt. Yeah, it was.
No, it wasn't.
It was cute.
It was not clear. If it requires a 5-minute speech to show off the things it's not very well done.
Dang.
My personal opinion, all right?
No, it's cool.
That's my thing.
So they're all making out on the hayride. I think that's
almost everybody's wearing these
sweaters,
country club fleece zip up things.
Heck yeah, it's cold.
Look exactly the same.
Well, they're children.
I don't know. I was hoping they would get into the fashions or something, or maybe Tammy would have a really flashy windbreaker or something.
I didn't want to do it.
You could do it too.
You're so good at it. Who is that?
I was gonna say it before that commercial came on because I was just I'm sure someone will show up and it'll be oh, is that them?
It's their same coats that they always wear when it's cold.
Is it? I don't remember. I don't have any of that memorized, so I can't.
I love that Zeke picks Jimmy Jr. up, and it took a second. Obviously, it ends up being a dream sequence.
Right.
But for a second, I was like, damn, Zeke, like, you just picked Jimmy Jr. up, like, no problem, ran away with him in your arms.
He did, yeah.
That was so sweet.
It's very telling. Well, I guess Tammy's is kind of, there's more than one color on it, her jacket.
Because she's rich, kind of.
I guess she
I
is.
bet her dad tried to fit that coat first.
Oh, sure. I've never gotten the whole laying a bunch of candles around thing for like a romantic.
Yeah.
I don't know. That
it
just
sets the mood.
Inconvenient and especially dangerous.
It's a fire hazard.
Because things get moved around. Things get tossed around.
If you're doing it right.
You don't want to set things on fire.
I mean, maybe.
No, I don't think.
Maybe.
No.
Little baby fires.
I don't know about.
Because then you get a fire department there, and then what orgy, perchance.
Jesus Christ. That's. All right.
I'm kidding.
Back to our very family friendly. It's not family friendly.
Yeah, I was like, to whose family?
Well.
So this is a dream sequence, which I have to keep reminding myself. This whole part, right?
Yeah,
that's
because
right now.
Before they were giving us color cues and stuff, and now they just don't, which is kind of
confusing.
It's not. And also, like, if the dream sequence stuff would have been like most of the episode, that would have been neat. Because they could, this stuff is fun. Like, Louise gets to have a bunch of, wacky Halloween stuff.
A whole bunch of arms.
They could have done that for a whole episode. It would have been neat. And I don't know. We got all those riveting scenes in the school, so it took up a lot of the time.
Now he's made out of applesauce, which...
But it looks like weirdly green.
Yeah.
The color's not quite right.
I think it just looks yellow, which applesauce isn't green. That yellow.
Yeah, or shouldn't be, probably.
So now they're trying to think of ideas of how to get this pig to stop haunting her.
That's right.
Because they already tried burying it, which in my opinion, I think probably freed it. You know, classic movie or like scary movie stuff is that if you take it out of where it's at and put it somewhere else, you're freeing it. So now the haunting just can't happen, at school, at home. Now it's out over there. I don't know.
Since this is a dream sequence too, shouldn't all the skeletons be like real skeletons?
Well, I don't think she's thinking about that.
Be like alive.
If she dreams it, I don't think she's focusing on that.
But that would mess up their cool plan to trap the dead pig. So, oh wow.
So I gave Linda really good supportive wife points here because this is some real domestic, you got to take care of your partner at times type of thing. This is like the in sickness and health part of the vows, where if he doesn't want to go to the doctor, she's taking care of him and that's
great. Did they discuss that? Did they ever once bring up like going to an ear, nose, throat doctor? Was that ever on the table?
I don't think Bob's into that.
I feel like that would have been the best.
Absolutely, but it seems like Bob is already touchy about it, literally touchy about it.
Right.
So I don't think he would want to go to anybody. If anything, I'm surprised they haven't called Dr. Yap or something like that to help, even though he's not like a doctor.
Yeah, right.
Do they have any doctor friends? No.
No. Archaeologist friend. I guess, have we even seen a doctor there? I was going to say Dr. Hibbert, but he's in The Simpsons.
No.
It's a different show.
Yeah, is it? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And, he's played by Harry Shearer.
What?
Who's in, Spinal Tap and The Folksman and all that. He's a bald guy in The Folksman, remember?
Nice. So here's the explanation part where the pig is telling her, like, the pig is not the bad guy. Right. You're doing this to yourself.
Tina's brain is evil and
anxiety-ridden. Mm-hmm.
Which is...
That's pretty much what it is like her anxiety and her conscience coming after her for not going with her gut and not sticking up for her opinion.
Right, which is kind of neat, I guess, but also very obvious. Like, it's not exactly an aha moment to be like, you're dreaming, therefore all this stuff is in your head. Like, yeah.
And, yeah.
And why couldn't she just let herself off the hook after, like, giving it a nice burial? Isn't that enough,
I think what needs to happen is what happens after this.
She very awkward standing up in front of her friends for the pig that they've all forgotten about.
Yes.
Right.
But it's not, and the thing about it, it's not a big deal for them, but it is for her. which happens,
Right.
I think happens a lot with people. It's like, this is hanging over your head, something that you did that may not necessarily...
no one else cared about this at all.
But it still is, nagging on you.
Right.
And I also want to mention, I already said it to you, but the amount of diversity on this hayride, I am loving it. There is just ethnicities everywhere. Everyone's kissing everybody. I love it.
So did Gina and Louise go trick-or-treating at some point?
I think
Where were they? They weren't at the hayride. That was just in the dream.
They went trick-or-treating.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it's confusing to the viewer because they showed up for all of the dream
That's what I'm saying.
stuff.
It was confusing.
Oh.
And there are two comments I have to say about this candy scene. Is that I love Louise's voice when she's eating candy.
Right.
It always makes me laugh.
Okay.
It kind of sounds like she's sick or something.
Right.
It's really funny. And then Jean saying "ding" like candy's ready. I do that all the time where I'll have like a Airhead or a Laffy Taffy and I'll like stick it under my leg and let my body heat warm it up a little bit to soften it so it's not hard. Okay. So it's good to know that I'm not the only one out there who does that.
Yeah.
Right? And then Bob got his earwax got his earwax ball out of his ear with a sneeze.
Right.
And Jean almost eats it.
Yeah.
Which was so
That's
gross.
Great. What a great ending to the episode.
Oh, it's not, it's not over because there's a beautiful song sequence.
What is this song?
It is Fiona Apple, actually.
Fiona Apple song?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We're going to take a quick break, and then when we come back, I don't know if we're going to... are we going to have some words from our sponsors? Our many sponsors?
I guess.
Yay! Okay, cool. Well, we'll do that, and then when we come back, we'll talk about some stuff, and then bonus round, we'll do some rankings.
Yeah. Lots of Halloween-y business.
See you guys soon. Stay out of my room. All right, hi everybody, we're back.
Reference referee, tweet tweet. So we got a fair few with this one. The biggest, most obvious, Big Trouble in Little China, John Carpenter movie. I guess we already chatted about that.
Yeah,
but in case you didn't join us for the commentary, Drag Me to Hell. They're fine movies. I haven't seen Drag Me to Hell, so I can't speak to that one.
You would be in for a treat.
Obviously, yeah, the Nightmare on Elm Street little wall gag. I'll put in a quick clip or just a still of that effect. Maybe a side-by-side if I can get one from this episode. And
nice.
That's fine. I forget which one it's from. It's from one of those movies.
Haven't seen them.
And I'll watch them, so...
I'm a scaredy cat, so
they're fine. Yeah. And then, I don't know... I don't read manga, so I don't know if Louise's thing was trying to reference a specific one, but one of the only horror mangas I do know is Uzumaki, which I haven't read. But they're making a show out of it on Adult Swim, where they might just be like panning across the images from the books, which is not very exciting. But anyway, they're doing that, and who's doing the music? Colin Stetson, and he did the music for Hereditary. But he bases everything around saxophone.
What a headache!
Not common for orchestral people or composer people. So, but it's actually good, and the stuff he's doing for Uzumaki sounds really cool. But if it's actually referencing a different manga, let us know, because we don't really
email
know
us.
Or care about that at all.
I care. I would love to learn a little bit more about that.
And we also get to talk both of the burgers of the days are The Conjuring 2, based on the James Wan, The Conjuring universe, and of course James Wan was involved with the Saw movies, remember? And that's how he got his ticket to Hollywood, because they were all super low budget but made a bunch of money.
Oh God.
And they were not so great, and I haven't seen I don't care about the Conjuring movies. I guess the Annabelle stuff technically part of that universe? It is. Right? We did see Annabelle 2, yes, Annabelle Creation. We saw an early screening of That's right.
We gave our feedback on that.
And then
it was to change everything.
Start over, guys.
Just
it took them another year and a half to release it. It took a long time. But and then there was that contest associated with Annabelle Creation that was a bit of a controversy as well.
You know so much about this that I
only because Red Letter Media did a nice deep dive of that contest because Director Man, who did Lights Out, remember that one that I didn't see? There was that one, and then anyway, they did this contest where like, oh, make a little horror short, and we'll like fly out here to meet Warner Brothers, I guess, did it, right? But long story short, if you won, you got $50 for Warner Brothers to buy the option to the movie rights.
Oh no.
And then if they actually made a movie out of it, they'd give you another $50. So there was some blowback on that one.
I'm gonna have to Google that because that sounds.
It was a whole thing.
Like
it's a
scandal.
great video. The video was very fun where they're like, "Hey, we figured this out, and maybe don't enter this contest." But anyway, I don't care. And James Wan did the new Aquaman movie too, didn't he?
Sure.
Which I also didn't see. He's the master of making movies I don't care about. Anyway, Conjuring 2. Why didn't they go with just the Conjuring burger?
Because it's a play off of their burgers of the day. It's the 28 Mays Later burger, which comes with corn salad.
No, but why did the Conjuring burger not just reference the first Conjuring movie? Do you have an explanation?
I do.
What is it?
It's because then the second burger is the Conjuring 2 burger comes with even more corn salad.
Oh, because they're both okay, right? They're both corn based. Okay, all right.
That's why.
Fine, that works. I believe it. But yes, 28 Mays Later is the first one.
Yes.
Another movie I haven't seen.
Really?
Yeah.
I've seen that one.
Yeah.
It is. That one actually scared me. It's like infected people, not zombies people. Don't get that mixed up because the horror movie lover people hate that. It's infected, not zombies. And they can run, which is also terrifying. I hate that.
Yeah, past zombies.
What is another reference? We have the reference? Fiona Apple, the costumes we can talk about.
I guess,
I mean, we already touched upon Louise's costume, but
yes.
Jean's is Fiona Applesauce.
Right.
Which I'm not familiar with Fiona Apple. I'm not sure if you are familiar with Fiona Apple.
A little bit.
Yeah. Apparently the end credits is the song that she's performing. She didn't write it, of course, but it's her singing.
She didn't write it?
No.
What's the song then?
It was like a song that.
Is it like about spooky business? I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, it's about Tina. It's a it's a custom.
Okay. All right.
But she's performing it, so that was pretty nice.
So that's why that was his costume then, just because they got her to guess.
Yeah, that's what I'm guessing.
Well, now we need to shoehorn in Fiona Apple references. Weren't they trying to reference her with that oil spill lady in the food truck episode?
Yeah.
Right? Wasn't that pretty much a direct
reference?
Maybe they're buddies
she is not
or something.
Subtle.
Are those all of that's a good number. Yeah. I guess it makes sense that the Halloween episode would have a lot of references. But jam-packed this time around. All kinds of different real-world things that I haven't seen or... Lots of that.
Gonna add it to your list, huh?
Yeah, there's a list. Sure, there's a list, and I watch everything on it. We can talk about what's the pig's name.
Pig?
Oh, do they never give it like a name?
Why would they name him?
Tina names all kinds of stuff.
That's very true.
Even inanimate
I don't know.
objects.
I don't think he got a name.
Okay.
Ugly Pig.
It was the Ugly Pig. Well, what is he credited it as in the episode?
Oh, yeah. Let me check. Either way, he is fetal pig.
Oh. Still not helpful.
The voice of him is Paul Rust.
That's right.
And he was in I Love You, Beth Cooper. That's the movie that I remember him the most from, his little face.
And then that other show. What's the other show?
Love. You were talking
about.
Yeah, Love.
Netflix show.
It looks like he's mostly a writer. Like, he writes a lot of stuff.
I guess that's good, because he certainly doesn't act a whole lot.
Ooh, burn. Super burn. It looks like he does like writing for Comedy Bang Bang, does some story editing for Arrested Development, things like that.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's got some
sort of that snobby hipster comedy world, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because wasn't Love a Judd Apatow series, or was that Easy?
I haven't seen either.
They're all the same.
If I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But he seems like a fun individual.
Sure.
I feel like he might come back, or it looks like he was the voice on Full Bars as Milo, one of the kids. So
Okay.
Maybe he has a good standing relationship with some of the people at
He's around.
Yeah, he can come back. They'll be
he's
like, "Hey,
around.
Paul, you busy today?" Of course not. Come on in.
Right.
Yeah, that I feel like that would be, if I were to do a side character showcase, it would be him. That's pretty much it that I got for him.
Well, we just did it.
Yeah.
There it was.
I know.
Yeah.
Check that box.
Paul Rust. You know what? Immediately around. Paul Rust, he looks to me a lot like Paul Dano.
Yes, but with a bigger nose.
And the other day I finally watched Swiss Army Man, which is Harry Potter and Paul Dano. Radcliffe. I watched that because everybody was like, "Oh, this is really good and weird, and this is a neat." And it was the whole thing at Sundance, even though people walked out. It was directed by Daniels, plural, because it's two guys whose first names are Daniel, and they're a directing team, and they were like, "Oh, we'll just call ourselves Daniels." But I didn't like it at all. I thought it was just nothing. It doesn't shock me. It was not interesting. It wasn't that weird. And I guess the message is like, don't be embarrassed to be the person you are, I guess.
I feel like if anything, that's a tie-in with this episode. That's pretty much what it was today. So, she didn't have a problem. She didn't have any problem.
She didn't have a problem with the pig?
No, she didn't.
Really?
She didn't have any issues dissecting the pig. She didn't find she wasn't afraid to do it. She didn't think it was gross. She wasn't hesitant to do it, but everybody else in the class was, and she didn't. She wasn't able to disagree with them, which caused this whole issue. And then at the end, she was able to be like, "Hey, I disagree. I thought that this was fine. The pig wasn't stupid, like I said it was." And then she even goes one further. I think the way that she starts it is to have them stop making fun of the guy who was doing the hayride, because he was saying like, "Oh, well, look at all the work that went into this." And of course kids don't appreciate that. They don't understand, they don't get it, but Tina does, and probably noticed. And that's kind of where she got her segue to talk about the pig, was being like, "Hey, don't make fun of this guy who's trying to do the skeleton hand. Like, he's just trying to be, in the spirit of it." So it's being able to be open about disagreeing with people, with your peers, and it not being afraid to do that, not being afraid to disagree.
I'm sure this episode was based on Swiss Army Man in secret. We figured it out. Bob's Burgers, guys. Oh boy, we got you nailed down. Yes, this is Laugh Track. Hello. We're in Laugh Track now. Right. We're going to talk about how many times we laughed during this episode.
Can I guess?
Yeah.
I think I laughed more.
That's a good bet. You laughed more than me.
I think.
Do you have any guesses as to how many times you laughed during this episode?
Maybe 7.
Okay.
And then you laughed 4 or 5.
Okay. All right.
What did I get?
Okay. You laughed 11 times.
Why do I always lowball myself?
Which is pretty close to, I feel like, every other one. Yeah. I think it's pretty close. And you did laugh more times than me, so there's that.
Woohoo.
There's that for sure. I laughed 3 times.
Nice.
I laughed 3 times. Bob's weird noise. Mm-hmm. Louise trying to get blood out of Tina's finger. Yes. And I don't remember the other one, but there was another one, and it's 3 times. So I don't know. I feel like that's pretty close to my average too. It's a little bit lower than the early ones.
Yeah.
But yeah, for a total of 14 for the episode, which is on the higher end.
It's all right,
I guess, on the higher end, which I guess lines up with. I do think this is one of the better episodes of the season, the new season. I would say there are moments of creativity, and moments that were actually funny to me, and a solid Halloween episode. It looked Halloween-y some of the time.
Yeah. It actually was scary for me. I think there were some parts that were...
you were scared of the guts falling out of the pig.
The guts falling out.
Yeah.
Just the pig in general. I'm like, this is a little much for me. But I did. I obviously laughed a bunch. There were some cute little one-liners that I liked, like when the pig said, like, "I'll be like back ribs" or something like that. That was really funny for me. I liked when Zeke picked Jimmy Jr. up.
Right.
That was an LOL for me as well. What are some? Yeah, I think that they did a really good job. I didn't really laugh at the plot itself because it was pretty spooky. But the little side stuff that was going on around them, I thought was pretty funny. They carried the humor through the background and side stuff rather than the plot itself, so that the plot itself can be spooky.
Yeah, there you go.
Laugh track.
There you go.
And now we're on to the rankings of the Halloween episodes.
Yes.
This was fun.
Gonna rank them all.
Yeah. We're
That's
gonna
right.
best to worst or worst to best.
There's 8 of them, as long as we didn't miss any, including this new one.
Yes.
So we're gonna, we'll go the worst one to the best one.
Okay. So, in my opinion, I would probably rank this one as the worst one.
Wow. Okay.
In compare, or actually no, maybe I would rank this one after the Tina and the Real Ghost. I didn't really like that one.
Tina and the Real Ghost is worst then?
Yeah.
That's the worst
Let's
one?
do that one.
Okay.
That's my least favorite one, and it's the one that I always forget is the Halloween episode.
Ah, yeah.
That's the one where the basement's haunted, and they get the ghost Jeff,
hunters, right?
and they put him in the box.
Yeah, and
then
she takes the box to the butterfly place, and
she dates Jeff
until Tammy starts dating the box, right?
Yep, Tammy is a little home wrecker.
Yeah. Okay, I'm fine with that. I don't. Yeah.
And then I would put this one next.
This one would be number 7.
Yes.
Yeah, Big Trouble in Little Tina. It's fine. It's fine. It's serviceable, I guess. But
I did like in the Real Ghost one that Luis dressed up like Drive, the guy from Drive.
Yes.
That was cute.
Right. That was
adorable.
That was
the next one I would probably rank would be The Wolf of Wharf Street.
Okay.
That's the one where Bob is, like, he hurt his leg and he's on painkillers and Teddy's watching him in a nurse outfit. And
right.
He ends up thinking that Teddy is a werewolf and kind of goes rogue and leaves.
Yeah, this is one that I had forgotten about completely.
I like that one. I like it because there's a scene where he's falling down the stairs, for a really long time.
Oh.
And I think it carries on for, 3 times that he falls down these 3 stairs.
Yeah. Rule of 3s. You can only do it 3 times. Mm-hmm. Number 5.
Tina Witch.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
There's the one line from that episode that I really, really love when she's like, watch my mouth cast a spell on you.
You don't like when Tina turns goth for most of the episode?
Yeah.
Really?
It's kind of like what's the movie where she gets witchy powers and she basically does this?
Well, I don't know. I don't know.
If you guys know what I'm talking about, and I know at least one of you does.
Do you have any more details on that one?
Well, where she gets witchy powers, or she becomes a witch, and she has that scene where she walks in and is dressed different, and walks down the hall and does.
Bruce Almighty.
Close.
Yes. What's the other one that was like Bruce Almighty but wasn't? Click. With Adam Sandler, and he can make things happen with the remote. Remember?
I was gonna say Evan Almighty, which is.
Different.
Yeah.
That's a Noah's Ark thing. Yeah, right. Okay, we are down to number 4, which, well, I would say Nightmare on Ocean Avenue Street because I don't watch and I don't remember what happens in it.
I liked it.
Care.
It was the one where she was the dragon with the girl tattoo. I'm also trying to take in consideration the costumes.
The costumes. Okay. Well, yeah, I don't watch that one.
And then Jean is Andre the Giant 3000 or Andre 3000 the Giant.
Oh, remember sure. That? Vaguely.
Tina is None of Your Business. None of Your Business.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Well, we're down to the last 3. What's the third one?
Either Fortnite or The Haunting. Because I think Full Bars is my favorite Halloween one that they have.
I would say The Haunting.
The Haunting? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no real...
Fine.
It's cute. I love Louise is genuine. She's scared, and then they got everybody in on it, and I think that's really cool.
Right.
And the mom's like, "Is this gonna mess up the lawn?" And they're like, "No, it's non-burning fire."
That's right. Okay. Well, yeah, that leaves us with number 2 would be Fortnite.
Yeah, Fortnite's good. I love a good Millie. I love a good Millie episode. Sure. Molly Shannon always is a pleasure to listen to.
Was that one of the early? I feel like that was one of the first Millie episodes.
Possibly.
Yeah.
And she's like,
maybe
gonna be Dust Bunnies.
Dust Bunny. Right. Right.
They legit make her think that she killed them.
Yeah, right. That's in it too.
And all she could think about is whether or not she's gonna like her therapist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, there's some good lines. She's a funny character. Mm-hmm. But that would leave us with the favorite one being
Full Bars.
which is that the first Halloween episode?
I think it's the first Halloween one that they did. And Tina's the mommy mummy.
Right.
Luis is Edward Scissorhands.
Oh, yeah.
And Jean is Queen Latifah.
Right, from the UNITY video, right? Yeah.
And he says the famous Queen Latifah, give me strength.
Yes.
Which is something I say to myself all the time.
Oh, okay.
All of the time, I will ask for Queen Latifah to give me strength.
That's good to know. Yeah. Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
We figured it out.
If you disagree, if you have a different order, please email us at insertburgerpun with why you disagree.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll respect it, but...
I need to throw down on which of these are the good ones.
No, it just opens up the possibility for a dialogue. I'm totally open for people disagreeing with me.
And sadly, Pig Trouble and Little Tina
did not go
towards the bottom of the list there.
Yeah.
Maybe it'll grow on us over time, but...
Maybe.
Who knows?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to picture myself rewatching this one, and...
I'm good.
By choice, and yeah, I don't know.
For now, I'm good.
I don't know what I would get out of it, really.
I mean, I think I really like seeing, and it's stupid to say, but like I really enjoyed the hayride and seeing all the different kids. This is this is an episode where we get to see their classmates. We get to see Tina's classmates a lot in this episode, and there are so many different kids that I'm like, who are you?
This might be the first Tammy appearance for a while. I feel like.
Tammy's making out with some boy. Jocelyn's making out with some boy.
Doesn't get to talk.
Yeah.
Another boy who doesn't get to talk.
And then Zeke
makes out with some lady who doesn't get to talk.
Yeah. But they're there. They're there.
Out. Yeah, it's true.
It's showing that, Tammy's out there making other relationships that are outside of this core group that we generally see her with, which is like Zeke, Jimmy Jr. Because remember when Tammy first came along, she had a big old crush on Zeke.
That's true.
So it's like, why aren't they making out? Who knows?
They've had enough of each other.
Yeah.
They've gotten tired of it all. So.
I mean, Tina did say Zeke was gross, and
that is a
Tammy's like, I don't feel that way.
Yeah, well,
now she probably does.
She got over it.
She did. That's how crushes work sometimes, people. I think that Bob's actually skipped this week for episodes due to Halloween or whatever is happening on Fox TV. Who knows? So we might be coming back with just like regular Bob's episodes.
I mean, probably, right?
Yeah.
What other themes would there be right now?
True.
I mean, I guess they have to have a Thanksgiving one coming up soon, but
maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll do like a pre-Thanksgiving Bob's episode where we kind of go through the Thanksgiving episodes a little bit more in depth, than we did the rankings of the Halloween ones. Yeah,
sure. This is going up after Halloween, but it's still spooky fun.
Speaking of Halloween, what are you going to be for Halloween? We can end on that if you want.
We already said what I'm dressed as right now.
What are you? I forgot.
It was bad. It was a bad joke. A photo of people. I need to think of a better one.
Oh, right. The Mount Everest.
Yeah. I could be Wallace from Wallace and Gromit.
There you go.
So I've been watching those again. That'd be fun. I need a bald cap, though.
I was a pumpkin at work. I was a jack-o'-lantern. I had one of those little baby bottles of Jack that you get from a liquor store.
Oh.
I had one of those, and then I had an orange sweater and like a little green headband that I put my hair up. Okay. So it looked like a stem. And I told everybody I was a jack-o'-lantern, and then HR told me to throw away the Jack bottle because it was inappropriate. So I did. Oh. Or did I drink it? Who knows?
No, you shouldn't throw that away. That's bad advice.
But my actual costume is a police officer. My badge says booty inspector.
Oh.
So when I go out about on the streets with consent, I will hopefully be inspecting some people's booties with my hand.
Oh.
I was talking to Mike about it. I think that moving forward, a lot of my Halloween costumes are going to be 90s cartoon nostalgia themed. Like I think last year or the year before, I was number 5 from Codename Kids Next Door.
Right.
That was really fun. I like the idea of being like Susie Carmichael one year, maybe a character from Hey Arnold, or a character from Recess. I want to do Spinelli, things like that.
Recess works.
Maybe one year I'll be Louise. I have the ears. I got those from Hot Topic. Shout out to Hot Topic.
Oh, no.
I love Hot Topic.
They do have a lot of Bob's Burgers products.
They do, and they're always on. They're always doing some sort of sale, as if they're going out of business. Is
that our only clue of like who actually watches? I want to know who actually watches Bob's Burgers. Is it teenage girls who go to Hot Topic? Like, what is the demographic?
20-year-old girls.
Really?
Girls in their 20s.
Really? Wow. I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know. We need to.
I'm in my
some
20s,
more information.
and I'm a girl.
Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon with a different one.
Yeah, everybody. I hope you guys are having a happy and safe Halloween. If you guys are going out and partying, be safe.
Yeah.
You know, get an Uber. We live in LA, and is like, as I don't want to say conceited as it sounds, but if you guys get in a car accident, that causes traffic, and traffic sucks. So just call an Uber. Don't try to drive drunk. Don't try to drive high. Just call an Uber or walk.
But the reason for not doing those things is
because
traffic.
You can get you can get in a crash. You can hurt yourself.
Well,
you can hurt somebody else.
Right.
But you know the hard and fast of it is that you will cause traffic. Don't do that. We want to go home too. You know.
That's right.
And respect people's costumes.
Oh.
None of that cultural appropriation stuff. Please don't. We're really past that.
Yeah.
I hope. And if you see people doing that, call them out, make them feel stupid.
Oh.
Yeah, of course.
Very confrontational.
Absolutely. That's where we're at.
Well,
don't be stupid if you don't want to be called
stupid. You can download
stupid.
the full costume rule book at this website. It's flashing on the screen right now. And
please send us emails, episode recommendations or requests. Yeah. If you guys have any notes or, feedback or anything like that, we are open to it. We are still a little baby podcast, and so we're always open to hearing ways that we could be doing better, things that you want to hear, things that you want to hear less of. And you can reach us at insertburgerpun@gmail.com. Follow us on, I almost said Instagram, but we're not that. Follow us on, or subscribe. Sorry, that's the word. Subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yeah.
And like us, add comments, share it with your friends, things like that.
Why not? What are you going to lose?
Nothing. Maybe an hour of your time.
Maybe.
But likely. Have a happy Halloween, guys, and stay out of my room.